Trekkies and Trekkers. Welcome to this amazing Star Trek podcast on Trek Tuesday. I'm your host Orinda, and together with Amanda Hopper, I recap every 2 weeks an episode of Star Trek TNG. All the episodes will be recapped in chronically following. We will approach each episode with humor and family look. Today we recap the episode Shades of Grey. During the geological survey on Serata 4, Commander William Riker is stuck by a thorn growing on a mobile vine plant. The away team immediately beams back to the Enterprise, where Dr. Catherine Pulaski finds out that the thorn has released a deadly virus into Riker's body. Within a matter of hours, the virus will reach Riker's brain, killing him. To try to save Riker's life, Pulaski puts him into a medicine that will artificially stimulate his brain neurons, keeping them active and resisting the virus. That causes Riker to dream of his past adventures aboard the Enterprise. Riker's first dreams are of reasonable neural occasions, such as his first meeting with Lieutenant Commander Data. He soon moves on to more passionate and even erotic dreams, such as meeting the cheerful young Edo woman on Rubicon 3, Demetria Beate on Angel 1, and a computer-generated holodeck woman, Minuet, from 11001001. However, while pleasing to Riker's mind, the passionate dreams only woman Riker's condition, as the virus feeds on the positive and dopamines in his brain is creating. Pulaski and Counselor Troy therefore agree to try to make the machine evoke negative dreams instead. Thus, Riker dreams of Lieutenant Tashiar's death and the apparent death of the asteroid child. This has the desired effect, as the negative endorphins drive the virus away, but the endorphins are not strong enough. As a last resort, Pulaski uses the machine to evoke dreams of raw, primitive feelings of fear and survival. Thus, Riker dreams of fighting the Tar creature Amos, the alien-controlled Admiral Gregory Quinn, and the Klingon officer Clark on board the warship Pack. Seeing that the raw emotions work best, Pulaski intensifies the dreams to come at a more rapid pace. This finally kills the virus, and Riker recovers. Alright guys, let's see if Amanda is there to join us. Hello Amanda.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. At least it's not freaking hot out like it was the other day. It's nice and cool. We're supposed to have rain for a solid week. I'll take that over heat. Me and heat don't get along. Like when you're a big person like me, heat and big people don't go together. I'm sure some of you listeners know what I'm talking about. Heat is not the friend to big people like me. It's like, all I did that day was just lay out in my room, be lazy as can be during that heat day. Actually, it was a couple of heat days. No, I mean lazy. I was like flat out starfishing on my bed like Patrick Star. And SpongeBob. Yeah, it was that hot.
Well, let's start recapping this episode. And guys, I am very, very disappointed on the rating of this episode. It's a 3.3.
Ooh, shite, that's low.
That is low. Although I can imagine why, because it is really like...
Flashback.
I don't know. In one way, I think what the writers were trying to get to was a good idea, but I don't think if they properly executed it.
Mm.
Well, what
Basically a Riker episode.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was a fast episode that I was thinking, okay, they could have done a little bit more than that, you know? It's really,
try to figure out the name of the plant.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just very focused on Riker. Although, I must say, there were very funny parts in it.
Oh, yeah.
That part when he go having those flashback dreams, and that he for example, he was educating or giving Wesley Crusher advice about women, how he had to be, because Wesley had his first date, and Guinan would be, for example, the girl, and Riker would persuade her how much he likes her, etc. And I was thinking, oh my God, Riker, what a player are you? You know, like, and even Wesley said, well, Commander Riker, this is not my style.
Yeah. And I think it was a guy that said, shut it, kid.
Yeah. That was just funny. But he had more jokes in there. For example, when he was lying in sick bay, and I'm going to the end now, guys. That was when Pulaski said, well, you need to stay here because I need to do some dozen tests on you, and I need to know for sure that you know who you really are. And Riker answered, well,
I am Riker, captain of the USS Enterprise, or something like that, he said.
Yeah, he said, I am Jean-Luc Picard, the captain of the USS Enterprise. And Picard was, and I think this is one of the few times, guys, that we see Picard being funny. And he answered, well, Captain, me and the Admiral, and he pointed at Data. Said, me and the Admiral are very glad to hear that you're feeling alright. And Data, with his dry humor, said, well, Captain, I don't think you are in a position to point at me as Captain of Admiral.
Yeah.
And that was one of the funniest parts in this episode, I guess. But he was still, he had this thing that he said, well, I have to be an example for all the crew members, and I will stay jolly. And there was that moment that Troy was fisting him in sick bay, and he was telling the nurse, a male nurse, he was telling him really big stories about the Rikers.
Yeah, he's visiting the. Yeah, he was talking to the nurse there in the sick bay. Sorry about the sneeze there.
That you, by the way, notice, and I don't know if it is me or just if it was like that, but I thought that Pulaski have lost weight. If you see it in her medical uniform, I think she lost weight here.
Huh. I really wasn't paying attention to that part. I was just watching the episode. I didn't didn't notice. I just wasn't quite paying that close attention to her weight. But okay, next time I watch some episodes, I'll check that out again. Never thought about that. Huh.
You know what also was weird? When Riker was on that planet, Riker didn't command the away team. It was Geordi.
Oh, yeah.
That was the weird thing.
Because Geordi was saying, nope, you gotta get back up there, get your leg looked at.
And did you notice, by the way, how young Miles O'Brien looks?
I know.
He was so young there.
I know. He's played by Colum Meaney. He was on. He was also in DS9 too as O'Brien.
Yeah. What I really did like about Miles O'Brien as well was that he, at the end of Deep Space Nine, he became a teacher on the Starfleet Academy because they needed new or good engineering teachers, and he became one.
Huh. Okay.
So I really liked that. There was another thing, and that was what we wanted to start with. Was you remember that when Data and Geordi beamed down to collect a sample of what Riker has been bitten by? There was this little, this little snail thingy that we know here on Earth that sucked like a bloodsucker. And it looks like that. But there was a big connection when where they found it, it was on like a vein from a tree or whatever. And so those creatures, or those micro,
organism?
Yeah, organism. Are attaching on warm energies. And what they found out is that where they found it was also, you can connect that with the nervous system of a human. And that's how the microorganism was getting to Riker's brain, because it's like the same veins as on that tree.
They were like little spines, but almost like leeches at the same time. And it didn't go after Data because Data is not human. He's robotic. Like, it won't go after androids or anything like that. It'll go after fresh human blood and whatever. And that's why as soon as Data backed up and Geordi went towards it, it swung out, but Data caught that branch real quick before it latched onto Geordi.
Yeah. And, it's just, I think that they should have shown more a little bit on the...
Parasite?
No, the assignment that Pulaski is doing on examination on Riker.
Yeah, they should have. They did a lot of like flashbacking back and forth to different scenes from different episodes.
Yeah, but that's just because he was dreaming, and that was because he got those electric pulses of from a
kind of like a halo
machine,
around his head.
Yeah, that was, by the way, a weird machine. It reminded me at the time when Riker was captured by those Elachis.
Forget that episode. I haven't seen it in a while, so I forget which one it is. But that halo thing they had, that halo thing they had around him. You know what else it's used for? It's used for when people like break their neck, and the person can still walk. They'll usually wear that as a neck support to keep their head still. That's another use for those. That's what is normally used in real life for, like a halo. Halo, that's it. It's called a halo.
No, in one way, it is very nice to see those flashbacks from episodes. But they also discovered is that they could influence the virus of the microorganism, and they say if they feed it like positive dreams, like what we say, Wesley asking advice, his romantic and erotic encounters, etc., etc. The virus would be defeated by that. And when he had those negative dreams, like and what was we reminded also if when he had that officer exchange with the Klingons, you know, so
that one.
So the negative
emotions.
The negative emotions will cause Riker's death. I don't know what. There was one reaction of Troy that I really didn't think that how she would react when he was and went in a coma. I don't know if that was the shock of, but yeah.
Yeah, she was able to sense all his feelings and stuff too throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like he's able to tell if he's feeling sad, anxious type thing, and angry or in love. Because they went back to that scene where they were on that planet full of the people wearing outfits that if you move the wrong way, something's going to come out.
That was the episode Justice when Wesley did
got
something.
Trouble.
Yeah. I must
Just
say, I
tell on plant.
Oh, by the way, guys, this is the last episode of season 2 of TNG. So, in about 2 weeks, we will start with season 3.
Whoa! Dang!
Yeah, we already did 47 episodes.
Holy
Amanda.
crap! That's a lot.
Yeah. So, we've been busy, and we are in our third year of doing this. So, yeah.
Third year. That's 2 years.
That's because I count from January.
Okay.
So.
This is the same age as my budgie that's been going on this for. Dr. Oaken, 3 years old. Her podcast is 3 years old.
Yeah.
And Sydney's only 1, so.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine. It's I'm enjoying doing this. I just hope I just hope that people are going to start reacting.
Well, yeah, I hope so too.
Cause
come on, guys.
It's nice to have some feedback.
You want feedback?
Yeah, absolutely. But there was also that episode with when he went down for I don't want to say holiday, but it is just an exchange, and he was on the planet with a female leader.
Oh, that one, Angel 1.
Yeah.
That episode. He was with the female leader, and everyone else had to go run that mission and look for the inhabitants of that ship.
Yeah. They did we already did that? Yeah, right. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we did do that episode. I think that was season 1.
That was
or
really
could have been
funny.
season 2. I don't remember, but I know it's been one of the episodes we did.
And there was also, of course, that episode when he was thinking or dreaming of back, of course, was with his first encounter with Data. That was really sweet, by the way. I always liked that. I always liked that episode. And
yeah, I know. Data learning to whistle.
Yeah, but there's also, you could see that Riker was very skeptic about Data, but how more he was spending time with Data, how more he sees Data as an equal colleague and a friend.
Yeah.
So, when he got all those flashbacks and well, of course, positive and negative, eventually he defeat the parasite, the virus, and he woke up and everything went all right. And then, of course, we have that scene with that Data and Picard went to visit him in sick bay. And there's one thing, by the way. There was a lot of humor and comedy in this episode. Also, when Data said, "Well, Geordi, it's better for you to be staying here because your immune system is vulnerable." And LaForge said, "Data, don't you like my company? And who knows the creature like androids better than humans?"
Yeah.
Well, was funny in a way. So,
Geordi and Data, they're always at each other's hips. They're always like connected to each other everywhere they go.
And I don't know, and I don't. I'm going to be spoiling again, but everyone who have seen the last 2 episodes of Star Trek Picard season 3. Yeah, I need to do a episode about that, but okay.
It's a good show.
You see Data having real feelings, and he said, "Oh guys, come on! It's a good feeling. I know where they are. I know what we have to do." And I must say, Geordi wasn't that brave as he used to be honest. But he was saying, "Data, what the hell are you doing with your gut?" Okay, we're going with Data's gut feeling. And that is a totally different dimension what they have in TNG.
He's like, and I think Geordi also said in that episode of Picard, he's like, "We're going to die," or something like that. And I think Data's like, "Well, how did that line go? Something about we're going to die trying or something like that."
No, he was saying, when Geordi said that, "Well, we're going to die," he said, "Well, I hope it's quick, that we don't feel anything."
That's what Data said.
Oh, I love the new Data. I really love the new Data.
Yeah,
I have said it
spicy.
before. Well, he is just so funny.
Yeah, I know.
He is so funny.
And I love the fact that they had the cat on for that episode there when they brought him back. They had the kitty.
Yeah, but also like
virtual spot, basically.
I mean, like, it's just the Data what we always love to see.
Yeah.
And that was so brilliant. And I'm going to say it again, guys. The writer who wrote that dialogue of when Data getting the Titans bridge back, he said something in the words of, what was it? But it was so funny. It was something like, what was it? Wasn't it like something?
I forget.
I forgot it, but it was a brilliant conversation. It's something in the line of, for the people who are on the bridge, you What was it? I think he's square. He said the F word, and then something in the way of Borg allies or whatever. But it was brilliant. Yeah. It was super brilliant.
Yeah, I forget what that whole thing was.
Oh, I can't remember. I have to watch that, but I can't remember that dialogue. But it was brilliant. It was super brilliant.
Well, I plan on buying season 3 on DVD when it comes out.
Oh, me too. It's just, it's amazing. It's an amazing season. And it's also, and what, it also it's like, but also with Worf. We see a total different Worf.
I know. Still badass, but it has peaceful side somewhat. But he outsmarted those guys in the alleyway pretending to be like a dead diesel.
Yeah.
He's and you can just see his eye open a little bit. You're like, oh, he ain't dead. He's just screwing with him.
I didn't see that.
I noticed. I just happened to notice. I was watching it with Dad, and I just happened to notice it. Like, oh, he's playing possum. That's it. He was playing possum, and he proceeds to kill the crap out of him with his big old blades.
So there's another thing, guys. Is it not? No, within 2 weeks, I believe the 15th or the 16th is going to premiere here in the UK. Strange New World season 2 is coming along, and what I don't want to say because I don't like to watch trailers or spoilers beforehand. So, but the pictures that I have seen is about the dress uniform, the new dress uniform, and I really love that. I really like that one. And I'm very curious what's going to happen in season 2. I'm even wondering if Kirk is taking over the Enterprise this season. And, of course, the one who watched Star Trek Lower Decks, they probably already know that Boimler and Mariner are coming as a crossover to season 2.
Oh, I saw that picture. The guy was like the purple hair, or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a shade of purple. You can just barely make it out in the picture, but you can see the purple hair.
Yeah, I'm very curious what they are doing that way, and yeah, who knows? Who knows what the writers are doing? Well, guys, this is the end of the episode recap. Amanda, do you like to add something?
I found it to be an interesting episode. I liked it. I wish they did more with the little alien entity. Like, they would have shown more of what they were looking at it, like the spike. You know what I mean? And, like, I wish they showed them working on it more, seeing what they got the conclusion with it. It's like, they could have showed more of the plant life. Like that. Other than that.
Maybe that's why this episode is rating this so low.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little shocked being so low.
I'm surprised too.
But okay, what is your rating for this episode?
Oh. What was it? You had it at, what was it, 3 something or 4?
3.3 was the IMDb rating.
Well, I'm going to be nice and hike it up to a 5.5, maybe? Maybe 6? I don't know.
I'm at a 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
5. I'll say 5.5.
Yeah, so there's only one thing we can hope, that next episode will be a better one. And, of course, bear in mind, since season 3, they are starting writing better episodes and also like background episodes of the characters.
Yeah. What's the next one called? I forget.
Evolution, if I'm correct.
Evolution. Okay. I don't think they... is it the crew that transforms into creatures in this episode, or is that a different episode?
I can't remember. I have to see it.
Or it might be this one where Geordi and some others get transformed into lizard people. Can't remember which episode that was.
Yeah, me neither. I thought
But
we
the
already...
episode, but the name Evolution reminds me of the lizard people.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I can't remember.
Ah, I forget too. But still, that was a weird one. That one.
Oh well, we will see in 2 weeks then what it's gonna be. So guys, thank you for listening, and give them some feedback. Of course, of the recap or just of the episode we just rewatched. What we enjoy doing.
Yeah. We don't bite. We want comments.
Exactly. We want comments of you, guys. You can comment, of course, on the YouTube channel. And, of course, on the Facebook group. And, of course, we are to listen as an audio on all your favorite podcast provider or app. And, well, yeah, it was nice for you to join again, Amanda.
Yeah, same here.
And, well, we will talk in 2 weeks again.
Yeah, see you in 2 weeks.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Well, thank you guys for listening, and join us in 2 weeks for a new episode recap. In the next episode we will recap the episode Evolution. I also like to tell you about my other podcast called Orinda Talks. Orinda Talks is a podcast wherein I talk about books, movies, fandoms, and other geek things. You can find Orinda Talks on the YouTube channel or the Facebook group. We will see you in 2 weeks.